Ladies and gentlemen, firstly, I would like to say thank you, India Foundation and Nalanda University, for organizing this fantastic event. Today, I am very happy to be part of this year's 5th International Dharma Dhamma Conference. The topic that you gave me is Nirvana. I will try my best to speak as clearly as possible about Nirvana in Tibetan Buddhism. It is a very complex topic, and I hope that in a short time I will be able to give you a sense of Nirvana in Tibetan Buddhism. Now I am going to speak in Tibetan. Ani ta nangbegi ani chugyu jimbe ani Zeekgyab Rinpoche nabatang ta nangshi Hindu dang chugyu risu machibe ani chugyu jingegi ani Zeekgyab Rinpoche yongso zoba chamlolya ani 당와다 그바 침배권에 참지 쉬워다 잡지 나머지 제와디 소소이네 깨와 상부인 상바당 아니지 뱀세베 가조 침부 총송스.
At the outset, with humble obeisance, I would like to extend my hearty greetings to all the spiritual brothers and sisters and ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a great honor and pleasure for me to have this opportunity to present a paper.
당아 배버시 임비차니 배배기 갸하게 날렌데기 아니 추규 갸하게 투모마임비 릭숑 틸리야 아니 게 쳔베 배바남기 문진 체당데 컨디지 쉬고요레스 쉬베이나 아니 나라조 배배기 카균라 갸가르 팍베 유스 체체 쉬고요레스.
So as a Tibetan, I would like to say a few words about how the Nalanda tradition is recognized in the Tibetan context. So the first point is always the Tibetans, India is known as the Arya Bhumi, or the land of the superior, or the land of the noble ones for the Tibetans.
아니 니바디 나라조 배기 로자와 남기 땡주에 남라 귤샤베기 땡주 창매기 우델이야 갸가르케도 세도 창말을 요레스 디 가르치는 요버스나 나란조기 아니 뒤숨기 상계 탐제기 최기 송야기 깨디 갸가르기 깨를 송과 인자 깨를 바차샤야기 체도 도시네 갸게 토리아 우기 창말로리아 갸게 도스메 요레스.
And secondly, if you read any translated books of the classical Indian text, at the beginning you find that in the Indian language, so the title is always cited in the original language in order to show the authenticity and the originality of the works.
아니 갸르디 나란조기 배바다 갸잉이디 기겐기 기루기 두시 송구그르스 체체 아니 나란조 남규 용다레라 하바도 진르 공사경군 좀 저기 양양 송구요레스.
And thirdly, the Tibet and India share a very special bond of Guru-Chela relationship, as His Holiness the Dalai Lama always recalls this special bond.
아니 대가능시 갸가디 나란조 최기 중내인 바잠도 마세베 나렌다이 추규디 벽이 권대 차상로리아 차준기 공부 참로리아 롭종체 요레스 롭종체 요바잠도 마세베기 뇽탈라 로춥디니 로 니슈 스타숨바도 나렌다기 슝로 롭종체고 요레스 데니기시 디그리 튼고레스.
And fourthly, India is regarded as the motherland or the source of all this rich tradition, and as a kind of practice in Tibet, we spent many years to master and well-verse our students to perfect in this ancient wisdom.
아니 델리아 롭종 델리아 아니 가르르스나 슝진 나렌다기 슝리아 아니 파르마나 and Abhisamaya and Madhimaka, then Abhidhamma and Koyakarika, then Cheche, any Mazушунче Kabe Ngas Cheche, Delia, Lonishu, Sumju, and Lobjon Chiguaris.
So in any typical institute, we spend more than 20 years of studying the ancient wisdom comprised in 5 major subjects, first being the Prajna Paramita and the Madhyamika, or the Pramana or the epistemology, and then the Abhidharma or the phenomenology, and the Vinaya or the monastic code.
Di aning that these Tinzolia, Lobjong di Tango Tabache, and Samche, and Tamagombache, Tesam Gosum the Jenny, and Lobjon Angioris, that the Deans.
So this process is carried under 3 important systems or 3 important parts. The first, we engage in the extensive hearing or studying, and secondly, we spend our life to contemplate on what you have heard, and thirdly, we try to familiarize or habituate or meditate upon the things that you contemplated upon.
Ta Sangye Siedelia, Tanda Tenshi for truths the Drava, they dan Sanging Dewa Karioris, Gundegi Dewa Yoris, Dendegi Dewa Yoris, Maranzo in a pena, me down Tuani Budi Gundegi Dewa was, me meba Tuayoma. Then I see Sang Yebala, Sangye Topjegi, Tap. Ani denshi ni budi tembashi budi nyamsalang balatene ani sangi kombatobuyores.
And then let's look at what is the relation between the Buddhahood or the enlightenment or the nirvana and the Buddha himself. So between these two, they share a causal relationship. So a practitioner who engages oneself in the practices of Four Noble Truths and so forth transcends themselves, culminate the path and attain nirvana.
And the India Sangye Siedi Nanzo Nanendegi Shula Winzi Kandis Chigoresana, Sangye Siedi, Sang Siedi, Bang Bang, and a Shiweki Turris, Ge Sebadi, and a Shejala Logic Geba, can be Turris. Pe Chashavina, Nanzo Mumba Maseni, Nawa Shagi or was, Didang Chetsumbaris.
And then the Tibetan equivalent term for nirvana is sangye, which is composed of 2 syllables. And the first syllable has the connotation of emancipation or freedom from the afflictive emotions and bondages. And the second syllable has the connotation of awakening. So with these 2 meanings, the meaning of the Buddha should be understood.
Ta sangye seyadi, ta sang seyadi, Pangja Maluba and Pangba Sigioris, Pangja Delia and a Yundip down, Shidip Nis Sungioris.
And then when we talk about the first concept or the meaning of the first syllable, there is the connotation of the abandonment of all negativities. So here when we talk about negativities, it is again categorized into the subtle and gross levels of negativities.
Tanda Kazang or the Gondo Shibanajije, Dembache, Namsheje, Dewache, Sanges, Dishila Dewakarioris Shibainas.
Now let me try to make a connection between the Sat, Chit, Ananda and Nirvana.
Ta Demba Seedil Nioris, Yugi Muni, Dembachida, Eugene Munima, Dembachi Nioris, Tin Nalone Tambo Yugi. We need to let Demba the Maina and Eugene Demba the Yung Tuyo Maris.
So first, when we talk about Sat or the truth, it should look from 2 different perspectives. First, from the objective perspective and from the subjective perspective. Then if there is no objective, no truth in the objective reality, there couldn't be the subjective reality with respect to that particular object.
Pena, Yugi Muni Demba the Carriers and Zumbani Carriers. Yugi Mulia, Maranzo, Nidulia, and Mobo Kang Tongbati, and Tongbati, Yugi when the Dembateres. Eugene when a Yugi when any Demba Maimba the Carresena, Maranzo Chui Nala Dawe Sungi Tayada, Melonangi Jishingi Sungi Tayadenzo, and Yugi when the Midemba Chawiores.
And now you might wonder what is the truth that has the objective reality and what is the truth that doesn't or that lacks an objective reality. So first, when you perceive an objective thing, if that existence is tangible, we can say that we can understand the truth about that. However, there are aspects which lacks that quality. Let's take the example of a mirage or an image or a reflection of one's image. So that's lack the truth in that. So therefore, the truth can be understood in these two levels as well.
유기 덴바당 유진기 덴바니 저와요레스 디인도 유진근이 덴바디 카르레스나 나란조 뒤인기 오보 통화낭시 통행기 셰바지어와 디 유진기 덴바레스 당 나란조 유진기 미덴바디 카르레스나 아니 나란조 아니 카르레스나 다데 찰리야 소소 낭리야 찰라당 오보다 덴제기 나웨기 셰바지 용구도 와스 디 나웨기 셰바디 찰라기 오보 나웨 나와텔리야 문진체제 찰라디 tempati yunguyaris ti ani yujengwene midemba chaguyaris nawadi yungobo de reo marwas.
And secondly, when we talk about the sat or the truth from the subject perspective, so for instance, it can also be a truth and something that is devoid of that. For instance, when you construct a mental image of a particular thing that is not present or that is not present for the time being, so that mere image or the thought or the concept is something that is that lacks the truth.
다 유진기 덴바디 유기 덴바디 니즈 하공에디 유진기 덴바디 라 남시 시기어레스 제가 남시 시에달라 유진기 덴바달라야 남시 시고레 유진 미덴바달라야 남시 시고레 남시달라 유진 덴바다 미덴바 니요레스 코 덴바 유도 제바이나 델라테니 타투 주야요레스 미덴바 유도 제바이나 아니 지부 타투 주야요마레스.
So the chit, if a particular chit realize the objective or the reality of the thing, phenomena, so this particular consciousness can be regarded as something that has a truth. However, if the consciousness is mistaken with regard to the object, then of course there is no truth in that aspect.
제자다 유기 응외니 수기 덴바디 유도 징이기 유진 덴바디 냠슬랑발 디 삼로 땅인디 유진기 덴바디 덴바시 니수 지마치신 생이 로텔이야 아니 유진 덴바 운에디 차디오레 신지 말로바 덴디 유진 덴바디 냠슬랑발 때니 가리 연구열에서나 아니 타르도기 때와 아니 동해 탐지의 체외기 때와 타도디 토부요레스 다 딜리야 아니 상기스 라부요레스.
So when you kind of transcend or when you kind of improve or transform your own chit or consciousness by understanding the reality about the Four Noble Truths, so when you kind of internalize the meaning of that truth, you transcend before all imperfections, and that state is what we know as enlightenment.
아니 유진 덴바디 유진 미덴바디 나란솔로 딱바르시 용구요레디 유진 덴바디 뇌진 투요 말이스 디 뇌진 마투발라 때니 아니 나란솔이야 대외기 로초 동에 아니 망부 용고야 되는 수디 차고요레스.
So during the course of our time, of course the chit which is mistaken with its object is always there, but it's difficult to recognize that truth.
근데 인도다 유진기 덴베기 낭로니 덴바시 셰바티 다 덴바시 시에데 동해 덴바 군중 덴바 고베 덴바 람기 덴바 덴시기 니치 치마 지싱이 디나리아 치니 넘버서 프리유스 당기 두두두두 치리 시기스 제상다 점된디기 당보 엄바조바 상기 차니 총고 당보디 덴시 총고 송바리스 제자 덴시 총고 토마 송고에 균전 가르에스나 동해 덴바도 군중 덴바 니기 남샤디 나란조 심진남 코알라 코르당기 니츠디 시기와레스 제자 코알라 코르당기 니츠디 당보디 시에니 디젤라 코알레 최당디 니츠디 시고고요레스 베나 미치기 나자레 최왈라 나자 당보 므시니 나자 당보 용당다 용루 용당데 하코베 돈에 나자레 최라 최당디 삼당거바스 오티디 치바 송고요레스 베디곤.
So as I mentioned that the understanding or the perfect knowledge of the Four Noble Truths is the truth consciousness. So therefore the Buddha first taught, the first discourse of the Buddha is on Four Noble Truths. So here you can read the content as the paper has been distributed. And if you look at the enumeration or the order of the Four Noble Truths, the truth of the suffering and the origin is set forth at the first. So that causal part elucidates how sentient beings kind of suffer or in samsara. So with these two truths, with understanding these two truths, you will be able to recognize how we ended up in samsara. So if you want to get rid from that cycle, you should be able to recognize what caused you to that. So the first two sets of the Noble Truth is a knowledge about how we ended up in suffering. And then the second set of the causal, second set is really to show us a path or path which can free ourselves from that bondage.
Di ta dungen tembalya dungi gyui dungi kyaba duji gi dungi sum yoris. Ani dungi sumbudi gi nani dungi gi dungi le meba troya di tundu simjen yoris. Gyui dungi de meba troya di ngaranzo milay yoris. Cheza ani kyaba duji gi dungi le troya di ani tarbe gomba matobna wenje tu yomaris. Ani kunjong tembala leda nyomoni shayoris. Teni gobe tembateliya pangja thamje pangbeki kakcha delia godin securities and lamden de la pa chebina and palayana gada geda and tembanisha shila sopa de lamgi nisushi.
And then first is the Noble Truth of the suffering, and this is again categorized into the suffering of suffering, which is the evident levels of the suffering, which can even the animals can recognize it. And the second is the suffering of change, which is perceptible to our knowledge. And the third one is known as the suffering of conditioning. So this is regarded as the most subtle level of the suffering. And without being able to eradicate the third level of the suffering, you won't be able to attain the final enlightenment or nirvana. And secondly, when we talk about the truth of origin, this is again to be understood from the karma and the afflictive emotions which give rise to the first noble truth. And thirdly, when we talk about the truth of cessation, the cessation is referred to a state where you culminate or where you completely eradicate all the defilements within yourself. And then fourth is the truth of the path. So these can be understood from the perspective of the Eight Noble Paths and so forth.
Ani delia drawing chebegi, ani che the che my beki, nisu chinji maloba, di shebegi, di sheba de la deni, and zambuling chi tsumbe, and the simjian tamjelia, and be digi, uring ne tuyada, and it tend to dungele tuyagi, neregi rawada melamda, and kuti ching and samololia in Tawani Toji chase.
Finally, I would like to thank the organizers for making this event a huge success, and I wish with this event, I hope we can make a small contribution to reduce the suffering at large. And I hope this event can also create a cause for a betterment. Thank you.
Thank you.